I just wrapped up production of the last unsealed video that I'll be shooting in this location. I made mention in the video of the fact that I'm moving. I'm moving next weekend. And I wanted to get on camera here and not be in any kind of show format and just kind of talk out loud a little bit about YouTube and this whole experience as I get ready to go on hiatus for 2 to 3 weeks. I am grateful to all of you who have subscribed or are current subscribers to this channel. It certainly means a lot. Last check, we're pretty close to 600 subscribers here, and that is small in the grand scheme of things, but to me, that is absolutely ginormous. I am thrilled about that. I know that the videos that I air, that I shoot, are niche at best. They tend to be pretty long. It is a lot of me talking while I am opening up these older games or I'm showing off things from the past. But a lot of you have stuck with me and seem to like the format. And it seems to trigger memories or bring back memories for you like it has for me. And that is the biggest compliment that I get, is hearing people share their own memories. That's really the idea behind all of this, is having something that kind of scratches something loose up there and says, oh, I remember that, or, oh, wow, that game was pretty cool. If I can do that, then I have done what I set out to do. Unsealed has been a fun thing to do. It has been a labor of love and a lot of work, a lot of money, but I have enjoyed doing it. And as long as I have sealed stuff to open, and I still have probably about 30 games or so, so I probably have another 20 to 30, 20 to 25 episodes, I would say, left to do. I'm going to continue to do them. Once those run out, who knows what happens. Filming will continue, either with those or with something else when I get into the new place. What I've talked about on Twitter, I might have mentioned it here, is that the new place really isn't a new place. It is a place that I lived in back in 2008. So it's kind of like a return more than a new place. Back in 2008, when I moved there, it was the spring. I had a Wii, a PlayStation 3, and a PS2. I was playing the PS2 on a big screen TV. I was realizing that the PS2 looked awful on the high definition TV, even with the component or the component cables. So I dug the GX TV out of storage and I set that up, and I was gaming on that when I could. I was writing for video game websites at that time. I was doing video game reviews and doing some sales analysis pieces. And I was big into the modern scene back then. It was before I got all kinds of jaded. I was excited about just about everything back then. My working life was different. I was working karaoke shows back in 2008. I had actually, I wasn't doing any other work. Karaoke was all I was doing, or DJing work was all I was doing. So it was a pretty interesting time. I was working at night, and I was either sleeping or playing video games during the day. It was kind of like living the dream, although I wasn't very social, except when I was working. 2008 is also when I discovered social media. It was when I first started on Twitter and Facebook in 2008. And that was part of writing, doing some self-promotion back before those things were really popular. And as we look 12 years into the future, yikes, what a mess. I wasn't doing YouTube then. My first YouTube video wasn't until, I think, 2010. And that was with the PlayStation Eye. I didn't have this laptop that I'm shooting on until 2012 when I went back to college. So I left that apartment in 2009, and then I moved here for a little while where I'm at right now, helping with a family member. Then I moved to Arizona in late 2009, just before Thanksgiving, and through 2010 into 2011. And then I wound up moving back here because my job prospects and finances just weren't working out, and I needed to drop everything and come back. It was almost an emergency basis. So I came back, and I had a lot of questions. It was a very difficult time. I was approaching my 40th birthday. I had no direction. I didn't know where my life was going. and that's when I returned to school. My mom helped me get this laptop. I went into computer science, and that was kind of the beginning of my second life, as it were. And although the computer science thing didn't work out, and I wound up getting into education more, I'm always grateful for the opportunity to return to college and to prove myself academically. I'm probably never going back to school now, but I'm always going to have that 4.0 GPA to be proud of. So that's an awesome thing. I started filming in this spot in 2013, 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. I didn't know anything about lighting. As a matter of fact, my filming spot was a little different. I think I was filming on a TV tray, and I was facing the wall here, so the camera was facing over there toward the lamps, which were off. I didn't know what I was doing, but what's interesting is that first video that I shot in this office is very similar to this one. There was no rhyme or reason to it. It was just what I was thinking at the time and just being completely real and honest and legit when I was talking. And that's really what this video is it's a reflection. I'm going to miss this place. It has been my home for the last 9 years almost. There have been ups and downs through that whole time. Turning 40 sucked. Less than a year after I turned 40, I had my first kidney stone. Since then, I've had stomach issues and some issues with like arthritis that has kind of kept me up and down. Being an older adult has definitely not been fun. This has definitely been more humbling than anything else this whole time here, although I've definitely had some high points. Getting into education, working with kids, finding out what my real calling is after all this time has been fantastic. I'm still fortunate in that I'm one of the few support staff that's working in a remote situation during these really weird times. So I still have a job, which I'm grateful for. I'm still working with kids every day, which I'm grateful for. And every single one of the kids that I work with are fantastic. They have good days and bad days just like adults do. And it helps keep me young, honestly. These kids keep me on my toes and keep me thinking and keep me active and drive a lot of my creativity, which I've always been grateful for. And some of them, I have a feeling, are subscribers to this channel because I think they've kind of looked around when I've mentioned that I've done stuff on YouTube. They found me, and I'm grateful for that, which is why I keep this channel very, very clean. There are some YouTube personalities that are anything goes, and that's not me. I want everyone to be able to watch my stuff, whether they're 3 or 300. And I'm going to continue to do that until I can't make videos anymore. So that's it. I'm going to be packing stuff this week. I'm going to be packing away all of the unsealed stuff. I'm going to be packing away the rest of the collection. All the PS2 stuff is now in boxes. And that's like 900 games. I started the PlayStation stuff today. The Nintendo and Super Nintendo stuff is already at the apartment. Genesis and N64 will be tomorrow. And Wii. I talked about it in the other video. I think there's going to be 20 boxes of just games, not consoles, not accessories, just games. That's it. It is the curse of having a huge collection. The blessing is being able to play what I want when I want, but the curse is when you actually have to move it all, how difficult it is. So, I'm hoping to be back in 2 to 3 weeks. So looking at the calendar, I don't know, it'll probably be like the 10th of October, somewhere around there. Like the first full week of October would probably be the soonest. Depends on how long it takes to get everything unpacked and in a decent filming situation. The office that I'm in has lighting up top rather than on the sides, so I have to see how that looks on camera. And then just getting a desk in there and kind of figuring things out. I'm still going to be using this laptop, by the way. I'm not using the school laptop like I had thought about doing, which means that I don't get to use the headset anymore because the headset doesn't work well with Windows 7. So I'm back to using the corded mic. But you know what? I've used this mic for so long, I don't think I'm going to change now. Why change the process? We'll just kind of keep that going. I still have a lot of games to open. I still have a lot of magazines to open. I still have a ton to talk about. So I'm looking forward to getting back in front of the camera when the move is all said and done. And again, I appreciate every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel or have watched any of the videos. It certainly means a lot, especially for a nobody like me who just does this for fun and really does it just to share his own memories and experiences. The fact that anyone gets anything out of this other than me is just payment enough. I never expected to make any money doing this, and I certainly don't anticipate doing that. I'm just doing it for me and for fun, and hopefully you are along for the ride and enjoying yourselves too. So that's it. I'm signing off for the last time in this space, and the next time you see a video on this channel, it's going to look a lot different. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.